I played a couple of simulators, and this was like very responsive. Especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
But you feel like you're really driving. It feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
Welcome to the AO2 Cup Series here today at Martinsville Speedway for the Virginias. Virginia is for lovers 130, sponsored by Riptide Radio. Going to pull up some race info for you all. 130 laps. Our drivers going to lean on each other because I think that they will. This is a track known for drivers just leaning as much as they can to see how much they can get, and it really is. Really, who can control their anger at tracks like this? A lot of guys will take their anger out on each other when they get turned, and it's just something that's incredibly annoying. And it really is just incredibly annoying when you get punted. But I don't expect to see that happen much. Hopefully here, and I say hopefully as in a very cautious hopefully. But they're currently in their qualifying. They have about, let's see how much time they have left for you all. They have a minute, a little bit less than a minute, and right now in real life there was another caution thrown in the road course race over time right now. That will put Larson back on the lead lap. And it's Daniel Suarez's tire. But there is 16 drivers in the race here for them. This is, I believe, race 14 of the playoffs. Let me see. That is correct. I think, no, 16 of 17. For their playoffs is what they have. So these guys don't have a lot of races left after this. And I don't know if I'll be brought back. It'll be a kind of a decision from them if they want to do that. I really don't know, as iRacing is. But to make me furious. Luckily, you all can't see that, so it's not an issue for you all. This keeps wanting to go into a border mode when I've told it not to do that. You can see it looks like they have about 30 seconds left in qualifying. So not much longer at all for these guys to do anything with their cars. Barker actually sits on the top, actually, by over a tenth, which is, about 500ths there, which is impressive at tracks like this. You really can't get a lot of turn in these corners. Well, really, really flat. You try to lean on it, that right front will go. If you do it too hard, yeah, that right front will be screaming at you. It will not be happy at all. But they have just gotten done with their qualifying, so we will now pull up that, and we will do the starting order here. Johnny Barker first, Frank Zingen second, Rob Lowell fourth, Rob Lowell third, Dave LeMega fourth, Chris Max fifth, Art Greco sixth, seventh, Nick Larson eighth, Jason Wiley ninth, Jeff Barefoot 10th, Cole Drott 11th, Eli Raposa 12th, Larry Murphy 13th, Greg Dreas 14th, Matthew Fanoof 15th, Brandon Garand, and 16th, Jonathan Buell. One of those is probably race control, so we can probably count at least one of them out. Possibly. I say one of them out because that's a very iffy thing sometimes. If you want to count somebody out, you can. I'm going to not do that. But this is going to be a track that's going to be interesting, that's for sure, with these guys. They're all going to paint refresh here. So you will see their paint schemes go away. And then they'll come back. That's just in case these guys have any unloaded paint schemes that they changed. And caution is going to fall at lap 40 here tonight. Yeah, competition caution lap 40. So these guys will have one pit stop for sure, no matter what. Pace cars are going to go around one more time, though. But Martinsville, a track that Jeff Gordon dominated during his time in his career, and he was absolutely unstoppable at Martinsville most of the time. I was actually there for his very last Cup Series win, which just happened to be at Martinsville. I was there when Joey Logano was dumped. That's probably one of the best moments I ever saw in NASCAR. Penske had been messing with a lot of people recently, and they were just tired of it. Said, I've had enough of you, and they just kind of punted him out of the way. Matt Kenseth took him out, and I love that. You see Barker up here, he's going to pull up to him a little bit more. Just got to time his start perfectly. If he messes up his start, it's going to be big stack up behind these guys. Johnny Barker and Zingen the front row here. Starter has the flag in his hand, and we are underway here from Martinsville. Everybody else is pretty strung out. One thing at this track, cautions, precautions. You get into your braking zone. Everybody's going to have a different braking zone. Guys are going to have to find that from each other separately is one thing that I do know, too. You get in there too deep, well, you're kind of going to have some fun. Probably going to plow the guy that's above you if there is anybody above you. And that happens all the time here. Barker, looks like so far he's not having to deal with Zingen as we got somebody around trying to put too much power off the corner. That's Rob Lowell. He will spin off of that. Don't believe a caution will be thrown because he's out of the racing surface of those guys. We actually have two separate incidents here. And the two's toe link might be gone. As they need to probably throw a caution here, as I think he's actually stuck in the grass maybe. Oh, yeah, he is waiting to go, it looks like. Just waited for everybody to get past him. I believe that's what it was. Yeah, he doesn't have any broken toe links. He was just waiting. We'll see what happened to him that caused him to go around. Yep, that's what I talk about, the braking zones right there. He gets hit by the 47 of Buell. That sends him around. Robert, well, actually crashed twice. We'll just watch what happened to him. It's just, he's putting too much power down coming off the corner right here already. I saw it out of the corner of my eye. You're just trying to put down the throttle, and he was just a little bit too high on exit, stepped out from him. Then it says that he wrecked again. So I want to see, did he spin his car again after this? We're just gonna check. Yep, he did. He looped it again in turn 3 and 4. That's might be what he brought the caution. Two separate incidents there. I mean, early on, lap 6 into 130 laps here. They're going to be running about 2018. Oh, not 2018, sorry. 18 to 22nd laps. Looks like right now it's 19-ish. Which is about average for that, I'd say. For this course, I'm horrible at it. Literally horrible at it. I cannot do that to save my life. Rob is down pit road. He's probably getting some tires just because he did lock him down. That's going to burn him off here. You wouldn't think... Well, I'm trying to explain that. No, here, tires are a really big thing. Once they wear off, you just can't turn anymore. You kind of have to pit. You're forced down pit road in a sense. There's just no getting around it at that point. You're kind of like, yeah, I've got to pit David Lomaga, sorry. As we'll have the lights go off in the pace car this time by, I think. As we'll see if they do. And they're going to stay on at least one more lap. So I'm going to go quiet here just for a second before these guys go green. We will wait to do that. I'm trying to see the finish of the race at Coda. Larson's back on the lead lap somehow, but it's green white checkered attempts. They're just punting each other, sending it in the corner as hard as they can go. So it's interesting, that's for sure. Very, very interesting. Don't know what's happening half the time because they're just going as deep as they can, trying to use all that braking zone. Don't really think of tracks like this there's anything special you can do. You know, you want to run the bottom. You don't want to get up out the groove. If you're up out the groove, yeah, you're going to have a hard time getting back down because they'll just keep freight training you once they see, oh, this guy's moved off the bottom. They see that hole open, and they want to just keep going and going and going and going. Every single time they see that, they're just going to send it in there and see what they can do pretty much for them. But pace car will pull off here. Barker and Zingen, the top two guys. Start is on Barker. As green flag is in the air, we are back underway here. Barker wiggles a little bit, getting into the throttle. That's going to be pretty civilized back here. I'd say civilized for a little bit. They're going to start rubbing on each other just a tad. Trying to lean. This is where guys are going to use each other to turn. Something that I see all the time, and I mean all the time at tracks. It's pretty much, hey, I'm going to use you to turn. Courses like this are probably one of the worst for it. We have another caution. John Buell is spun around again, probably off the exit of 4 here. Might be the same thing that happened to him earlier, if I had to guess. This is he clipped the curb, and then the 21 had nowhere to go. He gets hit by, looks like, the 4 of Brandon Garand. That'll bring out the second caution in 13 laps for these guys now. Have at least 2 more times by, I believe. We do have some people down pit road. John Buell and Matt Fanoof are down right now currently. They need to be down pit road because of their tire situation. The 2, I could have swore he had a broken toe link earlier, but apparently I'm just completely wrong on that since there. He just kind of sat on the apron. He just didn't want to come up into everybody else and get absolutely cleaned out pretty much is what he wanted to avoid at that point. And I don't blame him. That's kind of a smart thing to do. Just keep it down there, wait for the caution, let everyone by you, make sure that they're all by you, and then you'll be fine from that point onwards. As lights are still on, so yeah, one more time around, and they'll go off for him. Martinsville's a track located in Martinsville, Virginia. Obvious kind of the name, but it's a short track, short tempers. You got a lot of guys that'll probably end up fighting after the race in real life because they just don't like each other that much. Gets them really angry, really angry at this track. They get pretty heated here. I know we saw a couple of fights. You know, Carl Edwards and Greg Biffle got a little bit heated once. Who else got heated? Joey Logano, Matt Kenseth. That was the most recent one. We got Ty Gibbs and who was the driver for Byron Jones? That's who he spun for the win when Byron Jones needed a win to continue in the playoffs, and that was also one of his teammates too. It's kind of why that was a pretty unpopular move. It was not a very well liked move, and I will agree with that. I do not think he should have spun him at all. He literally got a win out of it, but that's your teammate, man. Some of the greats: Jeff Gordon, Richard Petty, Johnson. Really all you can say for this track here. Now, last year it was Christopher Bell who won here, as this was the place that's also responsible for the Hail Melon. It's pretty much I'm just gonna ride the wall and try to get as many positions as he could, and it worked. Don't know how it worked, but it worked for him. It was kind of amazing to see him do that move because I don't think anybody ever thought that was gonna work at all. His car's going to pull off here. Barker and Zingen, the top 2 drivers, going to lead them to green as they're already going to go green, middle of turn 3 and 4. Guess that's where the restart zone is here at Martinsville. It is pretty early, too. Already got some guys. That's the 4 and the 9 roughing up each other. I think somebody got a bad exit there. It's that Riptide Radio paint scheme on that car. one thing too. If you pit, you're going to be back in all of this that you're seeing back there, and it's not a fun thing to deal with either. You get back in a lot of crap, and you're just like, oh Lord. See a lot of tire lockup too. Guys are having to hop on the brakes out of nowhere a little bit harder than what they want to sometimes because that person in front of them's a little bit slower than what they thought they would be. As in real life, Tyler Reddick won the road course race at Circuit of the Americas. Barker's not really running away with it though. He's got Lomaga behind him. Lomaga looks like he's running a little bit of a higher line, almost that kind of first crack in the turn is what he's doing. As Art actually just set the fastest lap in 1981. His time, so he's figuring the track out here. Highest IR in here is actually Frank, who's a 2.9K IR driver, so might be learning a little bit more as we have another caution. Cole Giroux crashed coming off of turn 3 here. Probably put the apron or put down too much power. As he just put down too much power as it, steps out from him and he locks it down and then lets go. The brakes probably shouldn't have done that. Was trying to get to roll and bite for him, but it didn't work, sadly. But it is what it is, man. It's going to happen sometimes. We have... Oh, those guys faked me out. Instead, they were going down pit road. They're just so low on the track. That's what it looks like. Looked like to me. Yep, Kyle Larson got 14th after being 2 laps down. I will honestly take that. As you talk about Corey LaJoie this season in the Cup Series. I mean, he has been he's a underfunded team, and he's running as good as he is. That's not normal. I mean, he's running good. I'm kind of glad to see an underfunded team, run well. It's just something that you don't see a lot more in NASCAR. It's really, pour a lot of money into it, and then it's like I spent more money, so I get better. Is what it kind of became sometimes for him. As 62 is actually coming down pit road. I don't know why he is. Or, sorry, yes, 62 is coming down pit road. No idea why. Buell and Gerard are in. That's not unexpected. Those guys did have some spins earlier. It is very hot here. Let me turn on this fan. As I believe lights just went off. Nope, staying on at least one more time. I think after this lap, though, they'll go off. They won't stay on anymore. Lights are off, so green this time by for him. 29 of 130 will be done when they get the green flag again. Might just be A little bit of time for them, however. They got to go through turns 3 and 4. It feels like it takes 20 years. As yet, restart zone is in the middle of the track. Didn't know that in turn 3 and 4 as they get back going green here. Guys already going side by side. That's the one of Art Greco here on the top line. Sees a little bit of a lockup from the 13. The 13 just overshot the corner, had to get on the brakes. As we have another person around, that is, I believe, that's the 46 of Eli Raposa. And Buell is down pit road for some reason. Let's see what I have here. What happened to Raposa? Raposa just slid coming off the corner. 64 plowed and had nothing to do. 47 just got collected in that also. So it's really nothing that some of those guys can do. They were just caught up in that one spot. It was just like, yeah, I can't really do much for him. Yep, fourth caution out, 31 laps in. Welcome to Martinsville. It's iRacing and it's iPacing. That's not against this league. This is what always turns out to be on the track. It always tends to go this way. I've never saw it really work out good for anybody. It's just kind of like yeah, this is here. This is happening for me. They will have, let's see here. I don't understand why this is freezing, but it's getting annoying. My Google Chrome has decided to just randomly start freezing on me all the time. So we go in here and manually close it. Let me do that there. That is now done. So pull that up to monitor the stream. Evidently, I'll just have to make sure it's going on my phone. I actually need to sell the old tablet. Yeah, this is me. I'm talking to y'all side conversations. I'll tell y'all something. I am very tired. Had a track meet yesterday up at Bridgewater College. Got home and I about fell asleep standing up. Yes, I about fell asleep standing up. And then I had work at 7. I was an hour late for that. And I worked till 2. Then I had to go to a stupid meeting. And today has just been hectic. It has been up and down. Just up and down is pretty much the definition that you can put on a day like this. You know what? I know after this race, I am definitely being knocked out for probably about 4 hours. I honestly may sleep through the whole night if I'm able to on accident. I'll probably end up doing that knowing how I am. But pace car's back in. Barker and now Max up here at Lomaga is on the bottom as green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here at Martinsville. Guys coming off that corner clean. We do have to watch for the cars wanting to step out in the corner. It's not uncommon to see people really just kind of want to reach out and grab you and snap around. You can't mash the throttle off the corners here like you can at normal tracks. You got to be pretty gentle even on with it, on the brake. Also, you are running 4th gear around this track though, not the 5th gear. It could be tuned if it was a open setup race. The fixed races, everything is set to certain things, so nobody has a better car. Buell is apparently around. Ooh, he has gotten the wall good this time. I think it's looks like he puts too much throttle into it and just smacks the wall on the inside and he rolls up the track. He might want to get out of the way of these leaders here, though, very quickly, because if he doesn't, he's probably going to get ran over. And that's not something that you want to see happen. It's like he's pretty good distance away, so he doesn't have to get down there immediately. He can just kind of ride in that same spot. As he then spins it off of 4 again. Oh, oh no, did he roll up into somebody? Okay, good. He did not. I saw him rolling, and I thought he was going to roll up on somebody. This is the second incident here. He's going to go into 3. Going to try to go down and exit out of 4, and he clips the apron there, actually. He's just got a little bit of the apron. That's him around. We do have guys pitting now, I believe this. Yep, this is the competition caution for them. It's lap 40. They have 90 laps left in the race. 5th caution so far. We'll let these guys go down pit road. Then once they get out, we will sort that out. Looks like Murphy, so we do have guys that stayed out. Lowell hit on lap 31. Barker was the first guy out. Lomaga, Max, Larson, Greco, Fanoof, Barefoot, Raposa, Dreas, and Zingen pit on lap 30. He must have been, yeah, he did pit earlier. Came down pit lane. That might have been, I don't know why he did that. I'm kind of confused a little bit. Yes, these guys might be lining up. No, they got one more time around. It's going to be interesting. The guys behind them could now get caught up in a wreck and it just go like this forever. It's always, you wouldn't think it, tracks like, yeah, I want the tires, I want the fuel. At Martinsville, because once they wreck, it's pretty much track is clogged. You ain't going anywhere from that point. As lights are off this time for them, so now these guys will get back racing. This is when most of the contact you're going to see is right around this time. Guys are all really close to each other. I mean, they're stacked up basically from that point onwards. As we see when Murphy jumps on the throttle, he will wait to do it, and he will go now. Here in the Riptide Radio sponsoring 802 Cup Series. Virginia is for lovers. 130, and we have another caution. That is Larson and Fanoof. See what happens here. Oh, you just got in there way too deep. That is way too deep there, bud. So, area there from Fanoof. That'll put us under the 6th caution, so we will go to a quick commercial break here.
I played a couple of simulators, and this was like very responsive. Especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving. It feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
As we are back here, we see those logos will now be showing up there. The 50 laps here of 130, 80 laps left, 6 cautions so far. Lights go off. It is Grand and Murphy, the front two guys that will be leading you here at Martinsville, getting closer to the halfway point of it. Lap 65 is the halfway for him. As I am, holy crap, literally falling asleep after this is over. Oh my lord. But pace car pulls in. Murphy, Grand, once these guys duke it out, that's for sure. As green flag is back in the air here. Right, so far doesn't really get in deep into the corner. At 64 is then running wide. I don't know if he's been missing his entry for he's been starting up top. He's probably been starting up top because that's not something that you want to do. As the 9 of Barefoot locks it up to it so he doesn't get drilled. Sorry, not Barefoot. Max locks it up so he doesn't drill Barefoot in front of him. Sounds like Bigfoot. 30, he's gonna try to roll that bottom. I think his tires are gonna wear off here, yeah. Well, he's got a guy that doesn't have old tires either behind him. But first person with fresher tires is Gerard. He's currently riding in 3rd position right now. As 45 runs wide too, he missed his corner. Guys, gonna be missing a lot of corners here at Martinsville, and if you miss your corner here, you're gonna feel it. It's gonna hurt pretty good. It's not gonna be a good feeling. You'll lose a lot of spots because it's just such small of a turn radius. You lose so much time in such small of a mistake. See, it looks like Barker looked inside of Max, or sorry, Raposa. Who looked inside of Max? Yeah, Barker's looking at Wiley. He's looking at making a move. He's going to probably try to diamond it off. Actually going to run a lane up. Well, probably doesn't want to do that because that is going to burn those tires. It's going to cook that right front off. This is not going to be a happy day for him. But that 4 of Garand is not letting Murphy get away either. He's staying closer on the bumper to him, so he's going to make him work for his race. As, the 4. Garand spins it down to the inside. I think he got punted from behind. What happened to Garand? He gets back rolling, though. What happened here? As, yep, Gerard just didn't realize his braking zone is right there, and he just plowed through him. Said, you're either going or I'm going to make you go. Gerard is going to have pretty much a clean shot to Murphy now because of that incident. Got smoke still in turn 1. Don't see any cars around him, though. Raposa looking at Barker and Zingen go at it. Zingen has fresher tires, or actually has older tires than Barker. Trying not to get his position taken, really. He's just kind of hoping, please do not let this happen to me. Please do not let this happen to me. As we have the 28 down in the wall, it's Lomaga. That'll be probably a step out on turn 4 exit. trying to put down the power, if I had to guess. He gets in there pretty deep, doesn't lock up the tire, and yep, he actually gets the apron there. This apron will upset these cars a ridiculous amount. They just, you get on them, and there's almost no saving them here, it seems. As the wheel will come down pit road. Kind of an interesting move by him. Didn't think that he would do that. He does have damage, though, so it makes sense for him to come down pit road and get a lot of that fixed. Somebody, when I run A opens, I have like like a minute of damage. I'm like, let's just see if I can get it fixed here, and might as well see what can happen at this point. It's not a bad option to try it all. So pull off pit road now. As I believe lights might go off this time. Nope, one more time around I keep guessing that and I'm getting it wrong every single time it seems. It's one of those days I can never guess it right. Not a uncommon thing to deal with. It seems like you can't get anything right sometimes during the day. I've had those days a couple of times. It also is kind of a guessing game with when the lights are going to go off. Larson is one lap down currently. He's sitting in 16th, which is the last guy on the lead lap. This might actually be a better, yes, this is a better position for me. Oh, we got somebody disappearing. Murphy there, and he's back on track. That's not going to be good for him. Some leagues don't like it when their drivers are blinking. I was one of those people. And then luckily, we got fiber optic to our house. That was pretty life-changing, basically, because we have horrible internet around here besides CenturyLink. CenturyLink is still bad. Lights do go off. So Murphy, Girat, Wiley, Zingen, and Barker, along with Raposa, your top three rows here. Lap 65. This is the halfway point of the race. 65 of 130 laps are down for you all. Pace car will pull off again here. Pace car driver's been getting his work here, that's for sure. Murphy, see if he can get a good fire off. If he goes early in the zone, that might be a good place to do it, as he'll wait a long time. He'll actually wait till he gets off the corner. That's probably a smarter move by him. These guys are all bottled up behind him because they see positions. They see points as Raposa almost goes into the wall. One thing about tracks like this is everybody sees points as the 6 is on the grass. Doesn't want to clip that apron. You got to be careful with it. I think he got forced in there. You don't want to ever go down there willingly. Not something that happens. As another caution's happening, Brandon Perron is wrecked here. As he sees something happen in front of him and hits the apron again. That's about the 4th time we've seen somebody hit the apron. Evidently, that apron in turn 4 is not liking anybody. It's taking no hostages, no prisoners. It's execute on site for him. That was probably a dark joke there. Yeah, that was. But whatever. Now it's out there for the world to see. Last week, they were at Kansas. I think it's the track name. As who won that? I can't remember who won that race. Race result. Let me look this up. As what was the last race these guys ran? I'm kind of on a partial schedule with them. It's whenever they can get funds for broadcasting on Wednesday. I jump in there and I broadcast for him. As last week they were at Talladega. Now, who won Talladega? That's the big question for me. Who won Dega? It was Brandon Garon. That's who won it. These lights will be going off this time by, though. Should be. No, do not come in here. Go, out, go away. Luckily, I'm not. I actually kind of hallucinated there for a minute. Yes, I am literally that tired. That's how my day's gone. I've basically been a walking zombie. There's a lot of caution laps here into this one pace car. I don't know why this is taking so long with this one. It's interesting. Should go off now. Looks like they kind of lining up like it. Yep. So lap 73 of 130. You guys are getting a pretty good number through and done with them. As we will have the green flag back in the air now. Murphy jumps out to a lead. Zingen falls behind him. 2 by 2 here, battling the 88. Will get that position on the 6. The 6 might try a crossover reason. Give the 88 a look. Let him know he wants to go in there as Raposo smokes the tires, getting in deep in the corner. One thing drivers just try this. Whoever can get in there deeper most of the time, it's a, yeah, I'm going to outbrake you. Kind of like a little bit of a road course experiment. As Buell's up on the wall back there. 6 is going to get passed by Max. What? How is Max that? And there. Oh, they banged off each other. I thought he was coming down off the wall as... I don't know how he passed those 2 guys. I think it's just the tires. Oh, he gets punted after the caution comes out and he saves it. What happened here? '47 says it starts with him. As, yep, he just loops it coming off of turn 2 there, gets loose off the exit. And then what happens to Barefoot here? It says he wrecks also. He avoids that. And then tries to get down into turn 3 and 4, and he taps the wall. He's trying to slow down on time, and he got into it. So it brings out the 9th caution here is 77 laps of 130 in the 802 Cup Series. Do you want to pull up some weather info? If I believe I'm able to do that, I should be. Yes, I am right there. You see the temperatures right now currently for him. A little bit. One thing I do notice is iRacing, they will never carry over the qualifying track to the normal track. It will always be hotter, colder, something to do with that. know there was one track I ran at that was about 8 degrees hotter. Also ran at a race in Martinsville that literally had, not Martinsville, Homestead, that literally had a like 140 track temp. And I thought I was gonna die at that race because it was definitely interesting. It was very, very interesting, that's for sure. So I'll now direct this mic back towards me so y'all can actually hear me. It is sadly not a omnidirectional microphone. I got this microphone simply for streaming, so better be very good. It was a Shure SM7B. Bought it off of eBay for a guy for, I believe, $200. As eBay is definitely the place to go if you want anything. But again, this league is sponsored by Riptide Radio for the playoff run. It is the Virginia is for Lovers 130. I believe the lights are off. Yes, they are. It'll be Murphy, Zingen, Wiley, Draw, and Barker. 6 guys here as green flag is back in the air here. Oh, that is a save! And they're wrecking behind. We're going to have to go back and watch that save. We'll watch what happened back here, though, with him. It's the 4. Oh, Greco pulls it off the wall and pounds the 4. The 4 had nothing to do there. Buell gets it. He comes back on the track. The 9, the 64 gets some. Buell then hits the 64 again. I do want to see this save by, I believe, Zingen. That man just wheeled that car off the 3. He was, I don't think he ever lifted coming out of the corner. I mean, he was getting it. He was completely sideways. I mean, that car's wrecked right there. He just taps the brake, realizes that's going to bring the rear end of the car around. Go cockpit with him so y'all can hear it a little bit. You guys see how he lets off the throttle? We're going to do this a little bit of a rewind again because I want y'all to see. Oh, not that fast. We do not want to go back that fast. So we'll start about here. Steps out, lets go of the throttle, gets on the brakes. Doesn't smash it after that, keeps it in the same gear, so it can't really tire spin, and he was put 3 wide by the 6. He only goes down to 3rd position, so he only really has lost 1 from where he started. He's done pretty good in the race currently as Barefoot, Buell, Greco, and Panouf are down here. So yeah, they'll get the green on lap 87, I believe, here, I think. So I just forgot to turn that microphone back around to me. Sorry if y'all had to hear me muffled for a little bit. That was completely my fault. I forgot to flip it around, as I do that every now and then. I am always pretty much adjusting this mic 24/7, it seems, though. Trying to keep it to where y'all can always hear me and not have to be guessing what I'm saying, but lights are off, so I was wrong. They will grab the green this time by 86 of 130. These guys have 44 laps left in the race. 10 cautions so far for them. As what was that? I just heard a random beep out of nowhere. as green flag is back in the air here. Guys, get in there, and we already... Oh, this is a 3-car pileup. Already a caution. That might be some anger. Let's see. Look at the 21, Lowell. He is... What is he reacting to? He's reacting to something up here. Ew. I think he reacted to something. I mean, I think he could be trying to get down. I'm not going to say that he wrecked him. He could be trying to get down him. He sees the hole open. You're going to take it first shot you get. And he downshifted in the second. Do not know why he did that, and he gets just driven through after that. That's surprisingly not going to end his night there. I mean, that car is basically battle tested. I mean, literally battle tested. Gotta keep in mind, Murphy and Wiley have not came down pit road. I don't know if they have fuel to make it, as I don't think they would. But with how many cautions they've had, it's definitely an option that is for sure. All these guys are under their 11th caution. We will go back to a commercial break here.
I played a couple of simulators, and this was like very responsive. Especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving. It feels real.
As we're gonna have to cut that one a little bit short because these guys are about to go back green here. 92 laps of 130 left. 38 laps left for them in the race here, as I have the body of an 80-year-old man apparently. Pace car pulls off though. Murphy takes the jump, as I've had a little bit of a wiggle there. I'm a little bit nervous. Murphy will maintain that lead. Oh, is he going to pass him on the outside here? We got another wreck. And that will not bring out a caution. They're going to stay green as Murphy might lose. Oh, he runs Zingen up the track. Zingen has those fresh tires, so he can make that pass if he needs to. I believe they have an RC, so that RC just decided, yeah, we're not going to throw a caution, or they all kept it rolling after that point. That's pretty amazing. It says Art Greco has crashed the 13 loops his also, and that will bring out the 12th caution now for these guys. That was getting pretty good here between Murphy and Zingen. See what these separate wrecks were for. This is the Art incident, apparently. As he gets too high, probably tries to put the power down. Gets, oh no, something else was going on out here. What happened here? Between the 9. Something's happened before this. Something's happening before that. There's a lot happening before this. So it's like the 28 kind of chops the 41's nose getting in. That's not the 41's fault. Straightens it out. And then he's still trying to get it up under him. That's what happens. He's still trying to get it up under him. Then he gets hit by the 4. Then the 4 goes up into the 9, gets hit by the 6. And then what else? Okay, there's multiple incidents here. This is the start of that last caution, or last green flag. Do you remember something oh gosh, somebody just sent it in there. Something happened here too. It was around Buell. I saw somebody stack it up. It would have not been that then. Johnny Barker. Barker just gets drilled by the, just absolutely plowed by the 28. 28 then straightens him out. I mean, that's on the 28 there. That doesn't cause a caution, but also can't get in, that deep. Look at the wreck that got the 9 again. Is it 9 again? As looks like he's got a broken toe link here, I think. As I think it's gone. Yep, he's trying to drive straight and it's gone. Or he may not be there. Who knows? Probably might not be there. I believe some of these guys do drive on VR, but that was a lot to unload in about 2 minutes, I'd say. I mean, I had caught glimpses of what happened. I was just waiting for the caution, and it didn't happen there, so... His car pulls off Murphy and Zingen. Top 2 drivers here. Fresher tires is on Zingen. Murphy has not pitted at all, but green flag back in the air here. 31 laps left in the race. 62 is going to try to get the pass on the outside. I think that may be a good option as we have the 47 of Buell around here again. We'll bring out the 13th caution. The John Buell incident as he gets a little bit of a tap from the 4, then that, I wouldn't say that sent him around. We'll go cockpit though, just to make sure it didn't make his wheel go to the left. I don't think it did though. Yeah, he went up there. It says Buell was crashing. He had to wait for the pace car. He probably should have called that out. He probably did. But these guys, I just pulled my headset out. These guys have 29 laps left in the race here. This is welcome to Martinsville moment here, pretty much. This is what happens at a track like this. It's Murphy, there he is. He's been blinking in and out. I've been noticing that with him. He's been disappearing a lot. And he comes back, and I'm a little bit confused. But while these guys are in this right here, I'm going to run this special ad for Noah Owens.
Some heroes walk on 4 legs. I'm Jason Johnson, founder of Project K9 Hero. Not every retired police K9 or military working dog has a home to go to in retirement. We strive to ensure no hero is left behind. We cover the medical needs of our program members after their faithful service. Our organization also provides a lifetime sanctuary for many of these heroes who may suffer from PTSD. And whenever possible, we find them a forever home. Visit ProjectK9Hero.org to learn how you can help protect those who protected us.
We're back here at lap 103 of 130. Just a view, or a little bit of an ad there, just a special one. Nope, that's just 47. Going back there, it kind of made me jump there a little bit. But I think that we'll probably honestly get about 4 more cautions the way these trends are going. I'm not Larry Mack, so I do not know the trends of the track here. Do not try that. I have absolutely zero clue about that. Larry Murphy will lead him to green here, and he jumps early again. Guys using that restart zone in the corner to kind of just get a jump on him overall. Not expecting that. That 121 is trying to ride that outside line. He pitted on lap 40. Has a little bit fresher tires. Some guys behind him, though, pitted on like lap 61, 89, 95, 93, 87 as it wiggles off the corner as we have Art save it off of 4, keeps it green. 62 might just want to ride the bottom. He's trying something else, but I think that this is burning up his tires a little bit too much. I would not be doing this if I was him. That's a pretty bad idea. I just would not be doing that. I think that would end up pretty bad for him. As yet, we got a wreck off of 4 here behind everybody. See what happened. Larson got too aggressive off the corner, and it stepped out from him. The 13 also did. So did the 6, it looked like. The 6 actually might have got some help. I think Barker might have gotten some help here as he then rolls back. Goes forward. So did Barker get some help going around? I think he did. As nope, it just steps out on him. It kind of did, but he was already spinning, and 28 finished him off. So you can't really blame the 28 for that. Look at the green with 18 laps left, I believe, here. I mean, I can't really talk about much. I mean, a lot of this has been under caution. So, not really strategy. I mean, you definitely don't want to come down pit road and get behind this mess. It's a lot better to just stay up front most of the time. That's what I've noticed. It's just a cautions breed cautions type of thing. And it is insane, that's for sure. Yeah, I believe it will be that. Yep, lights will stay on one more time for these guys, so we'll have to wait again. Yeah, lap 18 they'll get it. So I was correct again. I think I was correct there, hopefully. I think guys are going to pick up their aggression even more. I don't think there's really much aggression to pick up, but you can always make it interesting. See what they can do with each other, hitting off each other all the time. I was correct. Lights are off. So, race car pulls off here. Murphy and Zingen, top 2 drivers. Mind, Larry Murphy has not pitted the whole entire race. Not a single time as he came down pit road. As green flag is in the air, we are back underway here at Martinsville. Zingen, he has to use these tires to his advantage, but somehow Murphy's been holding him off here as Max, lap 40 tires, fresher than the 62 in front of him. The 62, he's trying that high line because he knows that 30 has bad tires, and you really can't defend as the 47 tried to wall ride there. Saw a quick glimpse of him as he is off the wall there. 62, it's just a fine line that he's running. I think getting to the bottom is going to be the better thing. Just try to get a good exit off the corners. Yep, there it is. 30 can't put the power down, and 62 will go to the inside of Murphy. And I knew that would eventually happen because Murphy just can't do what these guys have done with the tires that he has. Never pitted as the 21 loops it off of turn 4, and that will bring out, I believe, the 15th caution here tonight. As he almost touched the 88. Didn't do that. He tried to dive down off the bottom. Kind of think he came up and clipped the 88, and that counted him in the inside wall. So we've had 15 cautions here. Not really a green flag run. I think the longest we've had is maybe 6 laps. I'll have to go back and check after the race is over to see how many cautions we've had, or how many laps under caution there's been. I do think it is a lot. So they'll get the green lap 11 here. Again, this is sponsored by Riptide Radio. They did want to make sure that I said that, so I'm making sure to say that. Riptide Radio is the sponsor of this league. Make sure to check them out. I believe they are they are a podcast. Let's go ahead and look that up. After the race, that is. Yeah, look at it with 10 to go here. 15 cautions. I don't think it will go green to the end. Pace car pulls off here. Zingen gets a good jump. Max is going to lean on Murphy. We'll let these guys get off too. I almost said that, and I didn't say that correctly, as Draco and Dreas are involved. Dreas looks like he's going pretty slow too, and oh yeah, he just gets caught up in none of his own doing. The 9 does also. The 16th caution, 8 laps to go. Okay. Lights are off now. Yeah, these guys are getting the wave around. We're gonna have to catch up to the pace car, however. These 4 leaders will. Sorry, I was having to type in the Ghost Cup Series to somebody. As we are back green here in Martinsville in the 802 Cup Series. 4 more laps left for Zingen to take it home. Guys are going to be using each other a lot, trying to just send their braking zone in there as the 46 and the 88 lean on each other. Looks like these 88 kind of got held up as, yep, there it is. Max got shoved in the corner as the 47's sending it in there after the caution flies. Go up here to Max first. What happened with Max? Ooh, he is, I don't know if he didn't know if the 30 was there, but, I mean, the 30 was there. I mean, there's no Yeah, that 30 was there, so I can't. You can't blame that on the 30. What happened with the 47 of Buell? As there he goes, he just drilled it. What happened there? I mean, I don't see him on his brakes until a lot later. I'm gonna go back and look in the cockpit though, because I don't think he's on his brakes. Well, he is. He's downshifting. So I mean, yeah, that's normal braking zone, and I think really what got him is everybody else was checking up, so that just caused a big stack up after that. Not 3 cautions, 17 cautions. That suddenly got a big burst of energy. I think it's because I got angry. 3 laps to go for these guys. Either that, my body just flipped a switch and decided to stop getting tired. Pace car pulls off here. Zingen and Murphy, as we're going to wait for the green flag. And it is back in the air here. We are back underway here at Martinsville. Will Zingen get sent? They're wrecking at the start. Ooh, who got the lead? Who is Iverson going to give the lead to? That's the 18th caution. I think that was an unofficial green-white checkered attempt. This is somebody spinning tires. Dreas is an innocent bystander again. Yep, somebody. Ooh, looks like 121 and Lowell might have missed a shift there. And okay, let's see. Did they give this lead to Murphy? I don't think Murphy was past him at that point. Did it give it to him? As I think it's being given to Murphy. Wow, okay. I did not think that went to Murphy. We're going to have to look at... I mean, was Murphy ever in front of him? I'm going to go from a blimp view. That's the only way I'm going to see this. So, right there, he's in front. So, the caution had to be thrown within this span. Oh, he actually did get in front of him way ahead. So, I couldn't really see it because of the view, but Murphy edged him out for that, and I think that they do have a green-white checkered attempt left, though, so they won't be done quite just yet. They'll have a little bit more left to go. really thought that he didn't get the lead from him, but he did. Evidently, I was wrong. So this is going to bring up a green-white checkered attempt here now. I'm going to check, see how many they have. So they have 3. Evidently, I just looked at that. I really can't see that in the race settings sometimes. It's kind of the thing that I can see it every now and then, but not all the time. Lights are off, so they're going to get the green next time by. This is going to be their 2nd attempt. They do have 1 more left after this. You don't want to use it, but it could very well happen knowing how this race has gone. This is, again, not knocking on this league. This is Martinsville and iRacing. This is how it turns out almost all the time. This pace car is in, and the green flag is back in the air. Zingan actually times it with Murphy, but I think Murphy has a preferred line getting into the corner, as he does. He will pretty much get a clean shot off. He just has to hope that a caution doesn't come out. Nobody needs to spin anymore. I don't think Zingan can do anything. Gets up to the bumper of him, though. Gets in there deep. He's on Murphy's bumper as a caution comes out here. As, again, it looks like it's Buell. Hits the 13. I don't. And then the 46 just has it step out on him out of nowhere. He probably overcorrects. No, he just bobbles it. Keeps bobbling, and then 2 hits him barely. Sends him down to the inside. That's what brought out that caution. So these guys have 1 more green-white checkered attempt, but while these guys are under caution, we will probably take our very last commercial break here.
I played a couple of simulators, and this was like very responsive. Especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving. It feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
as these guys are actually going single file restarts here. Pace car pulled off. I didn't know that. That might be a call from the RC if I have to see after the race, as green flag is back in the air. As that's the end of, yeah, that's going to end the race here. That was odd. So that will end the race because they only had one green-white checkered attempt left. Okay, that is not something I saw coming. So it will be Larry Murphy, who has never pitted once in the whole entire race. He's going to win it here at Martinsville, I believe. We'll see. Is this going to be a white flag here or checkered flag? Got the yellow out. Yeah, this is his final lap. So they go around one more time. Larry Murphy, who has never pitted this whole entire race, he's going to win it. Okay. I did not expect that. Thought they were going to use that. I guess that may have been an agreement with these guys in the race that, yeah, let's just go ahead and end it. I did not see that coming. I really did not. We'll have to wait for him to cross the finish line. Yep, so it'll be Larry Murphy. Didn't pit the whole entire time. Never came down pit road once. He'll come home with the win. All right. That is... Okay, that is a little weird. I never... Okay. That's all I can say. I'm still trying to process this. We'll see if he burns it down or if he takes it to pit road. Yeah, because pace car's going to pull off, but he's already won the race. They may just go around to be sure. I've done that once before also. See if he burns it down here at the start-finish line. Looks like he'll burn it down now. Use the 12 as a wall to ramp off of him. You see the 4 of Brandon Garant. He comes home 4th, actually. Using that wall to turn that car. See him really burning this down now. See how much you can get those tires wore. Still doing one here. It's going long on that burnout. As we will now hide those results. Hide the logos, and we'll pull up the race results here. Only going to be one page of results also, so it'll be pretty easy to do. David, we'll get him in here. Let me find him. Where is David? Wait, hold on. Okay, is this right? Or do we... Is Garant 4? Let me ask. I'm a little bit confused. I don't know. I really have no clue. Let me ask her very quickly. As they're looking at that finish, it was iRacing apparently did some really weird timing stuff, just messed up a lot. So we will only do the top 2 since we don't really know for sure. So Frank Zingen, we will bring him in. Hey, hey Frank, this is Bryson's booth. You got a copy, man?
Yeah, how you doing?
So you come home second, you fall a little bit short, but how did that caution-filled race go for you?
Well, it was a long one. I got wrecked early and then went back to the back of the pack. I had to fight my way back up there, but once I got back up there, it felt good.
And so did you feel like you had a pretty good shot at Murphy? Because Murphy never came down pit road the whole entire race.
He was shifting and he was braking super early, so I knew if I was going to pass him, I was going to go to the outside, and then I did get underneath him on the backstretch once when he slipped the tires, but he sent it in there on that green white checker the first one and beat me to the outside, so that's how it goes.
I said, if you feel like there was another restart that you might have had a better shot at him.
I think if it would have went the full 2 laps, I would have had a shot at him, but on a restart that short with a caution coming out so soon, it's hard to get a spot on him.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, my sponsor, Out of the Woods Crafts, made the trophy for the league here, and then all my dogs and my wife for hanging out with me while we race.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good second place finish tonight.
Thank you very much.
That was the second place driver, Frank Zingen. We will bring in the race winner, Larry Murphy. Hey, Larry, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, Bryce, how's it going?
And so you never came down pit road the whole entire race, but you still win. How did it go for you overall in this caution field race?
It started off bad, man. I was really fast in practice. I'd practiced all week, and I took a conservative line on the first lap of qualifying. On the second lap, I started getting loose coming off a 4. Well, I gassed it up, slid across the line backwards, but because I barely touched the wall, it didn't allow my second lap. So it is what it is. I had to start deep. I just didn't try to push. I just let it happen, and everyone pitted, but we had practiced all week where there was a lot of cautions. Your tires never wore out. I think mine are still at 90 something, and I didn't have to take fuel. So I just try to manage the restarts, and Frank's probably the best in our league on these restarts, man, and he was giving me everything he had, and I never pushed 100% because I didn't want to spin coming off the corner. So I waited until that last green white checker, and then I went hard and was luckily able to come out with it.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, my Piston Bro teammates, Jason Wiley and Brandon Guerin, we help each other so much, man, with practice, and then not only that, but talking to each other through the race and pit strategy and restarts and stuff like that. And I really enjoy with them. This is actually back-to-back wins for us, so that's pretty cool. And Jason's been right there with us as well, so it's pretty neat. Trying to help Brandon win the championship for our team, and I'm just trying to rack up more wins. Or if not me, Jason or Brandon, it doesn't matter either way. But I'd like to thank Dave and Rob and all the other admins, and I'd like to thank Frank for running me clean. He could have took me out at any time, and he didn't, so that's really cool.
All right, man. Well, good job tonight. I will let you go celebrate.
Thanks, buddy.
As that was Larry Murphy, the race winner. We will go over the finishing order here. Larry Murphy first, Frank Zingen second. We don't know who's third and fourth, so we're gonna skip that. Nick Larson fifth, Eli Raposa sixth, Johnny Barker seventh, Cole Jarrett eighth, Jason Wiley ninth, 10th, Robert Lowell 11th, Chris Max 12th, Art Greco 13th, Greg Dreas 14th, Jeff Barefoot 15th, Matthew Fanoof 16th was John Buell. So this is what Martinsville turns out to be. This is any league. This is not 802 Cup Series specific thing. You look at any league that has ran Martinsville, this is going to happen. This is a byproduct of racing here. It's a lot of cautions, it's caution, and it's just going to happen. This is not them doing it, but I won't keep you all longer. I'll let you go, but if you are not subscribed to Ghost Racing Network, if you don't mind throwing in a subscription, that will help us grow up to 613. I have the Iron Thunder Rush Series tomorrow, and then I have the Iron Thunder Premier Series on Tuesday. Austin has the Fast Track on Monday. And I got the Ghost Cup Series on Thursday. And we actually have the Four Corners Racing League on Wednesday. Did it this week also. But I will roll this, and I will let you all go.